Hello and welcome to Eggman's Breakdown Show. I forget which episode this is, but never mind. You're a failure. Thanks. Nonetheless, I will remember by the time this video uploads. Otherwise, it won't have an episode number. I'm not sure we're giving them episode numbers in the first place. I don't know. I'm all lost and everywhere. But that's probably because it's time to review. Well, not review, preview, that's the word, the Mascot Rumble event, which of course is one of the biggest shows that the ASF puts on because it's all leading up to the big one, Eggman. It is Mascot Mania. And, well, the things that can happen in this event, they're going to affect, certainly, most definitely, what happens at the biggest show that the ASF presents and hosts, which is Mascot Mania, of course. So I'm gonna have to try my best on this one, aren't I? You do, and we do have. I believe we have at least someone with views. It'd be handy if I got out the internet for a moment, wouldn't it? It would be. Let's go to the forum. Here we are. Here we are. Here's the topic. Yes, Dr. Dark7 has given his views. No other takers though, so that proves how popular you are, Eggman. Extremely popular. I have one fan. Cause to have a celebration about. But yes, they're not specifically your fan, a fan of you, but they've certainly given or he's certainly given his views. Yes, I can't class him as more than one person. Still, it's good. I mean, we have got a couple of guests to come on the show, haven't we? We have indeed, but they'll come on when we come up to preview both the Mascot Rumble matches. They may be able to persuade us into convincing that they're going to win the whole thing, which, of course, this whole night will revolve around. But first off, let's kick off with the basic matches. Even if I call them basic, they're not. I say a lot is on the line in all of these matches. And, well, let's cut right to the chase and say Eggman versus Peach. Eggman, who do you think is going to win? Who do you think? Come on. Probably not you. Oh, now I'm insulted. You're definitely a Peach fan all of a sudden. Now I'm not saying that. I'm kidding. Okay, I honestly do think that you've got this one already. But with the amount that's on the line, why am I giving my analysis? This is not my show. This is your show. You wanted to do this. You came up with the idea for it. You do it. Okay, then, fair enough. I'm going to do that instead. My analysis of this match is I'm going to kick her ass. Right. That's a nice analysis. I know, it works, doesn't it? I mean, everything's in my favor. No outside interference from any of the anti-heroes, including her stupid cabinet. And she's not allowed to use her finisher. It's quite basic. It's win for me. And, of course, the stipulations for this match, as you were pointing out, are pretty high, because, of course, whoever does win gets to pick who controls this so-called invasion. So I get to call the shots for the invasion leading up to the biggest event, of course, Mascot Mania, if I win, and if, dread forbid, I lose, then she gets to, or the anti-heroes as a whole get to decide what happens. So the fate of Raw does exist in this one match, and I would prefer to not be in this match of that magnitude, but sadly I am, even though I'm not exactly fearing it. But, you know, just to have that responsibility on my shoulders is going to be pretty heavy, I will admit. But when it comes to Peach, it's going to be a walk in the park. And that's my analysis. There you go. I win. What were you going to say? Well, I was going to point out the fact that Peach was, you know, she was definitely confident. She may not be as confident now that you're in full control of that match yourself. But I don't know. She might have something up her sleeve. If she has any sleeves. Oh, I'm sure she's got plenty. She's been pulling tricks out of the bag ever since she came here. So, I don't know. Don't underestimate Eggman. Don't underestimate. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, wait. Hang on. Let's not move on. Let's look at what Dr. Dark says about your little predicament there. He says, with this match, it's Eggman's advantage, considering the fact that his team won the tag team match to have that stipulation, and that all the anti-heroes are banned from ringside, and that Peach's finisher is not allowed. But don't take Peach too well. She has been able to fight like that in a handicap match with Grim and Billy. Yeah, see? If she can somehow win the match, then that would be a great upset victory. And indeed it would be a great upset victory. Peach defeating me, ouch. That would actually be her first victory, I think. And she hasn't had a lot of matches. And she didn't win that handicap match. But I'll admit she put up a good fight on that one. But she didn't just... Yeah. Let's move on. Alright then. Let's move on indeed. So the next match on our schedule is... yes, the Women's Championship match. So that would be Amy and Lisa taking on Cream and Takal. Well, for starters, we all know mostly who the favorite would be, but there's too much to throw into this match. You do have the tag team awareness of Cream and Takal because they're a unit, and that they've established the fact that they're a unit. So, you know, you've got that element to worry about. They're a solid tag team. They're going to be tagging in and out as regular as possible. They know how to work a tag team like clockwork. But because they're good friends, and good friends make good tag teams, I say. But you've also got this aspect of if Lisa and Amy, whoever which one may be, is tagged in, if they can keep the match one-on-one, because you can do that in a tag team match, if you can keep it one-on-one, then you're gonna put the match in your favor. Okay, now the problem is with that though, the odds are still stacked against them because of course they're gonna interrupt each other's pins because they want the revenge and they want the championship. Maybe Amy wants the revenge. She said that the championship would be the icing on the cake, which it would be. So you just gotta take into consideration that. Lisa just wants the championship. She's definitely proven herself ever since coming here on Raw, and who knows, she might pick it up. But that's only if this tag team is gonna work, and I don't know if Amy is willing to cooperate. We saw what she did on Raw, where she attacked Cream, but then she went after Lisa too, putting a statement right there. And you know, I don't trust that duo to be a working team. I think the working team, it would be a sham if the working team didn't pull off a victory. Don't turn into the WWE, you know. And yes, I'm taking a shot at them. That's all good. Yeah, I know. Let me catch my bearings. I hate saying that 3 letters. Anyway, but yeah, don't turn into them and say that the more established team is going to lose here. I'm not taking them out of the picture, and so I have to say for a winner after that quick analysis, or that thorough analysis, because I did put out a lot of points there, is I think Cream is going to retain the Women's Championship. That's what I think. That's my breakdown. That's the name of the show. So I delivered. Good. Okay, let's have a look at what Dr. Dark had to say about that. This tag team match is going to be interesting. First off, Cream and Takal are capable of working together as a tag team. Amy and Lisa, on the other hand, is going to be a problem because one of those two is going to be, I think he means it wants to be Women's Championship, and the problem is that they both want to be champion. So that teamwork is going to be their downfall, in my opinion. He's hit the nail on the head right there. The teamwork aspect, that really is what it comes down to. But we'll see if Amy just wants to tear their heads off, especially Cream. She hasn't actually officially got her hands on her yet in a match ever since that abduction. You know, just depends if Cream and Tagal can bring it as a team. If they can bring it as a team, then they're going to go all the way. All right then. Shall we leave it for this part for now? Yeah, we better, I think. Alright then, we're gonna wrap this up. Well, for this part anyway. But stay tuned for part 2, where we will be talking about the YouTube Championship match, which will be the ladder match, of course. And, of course, the World Championship match. Bomberman has the chance of a lifetime, and we'll be talking about that on part 2. But, so, stay tuned, and we'll see you on part 2.